And what is going on, good people? We're back here working on a weekend like usual. Of course, we're always working on a weekday. It is ISG Football. Yes, the intersection of sports and gaming. Live here on Valley Live and Stadium Sports Network. Watch Stadium Sports app, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. As we talk about the latest in the world of the NFL with the draft coming up in less than 48 hours. And also the latest in football and college football. We got a couple of Madden players as well playing in a nice Madden NFL matchup. Two of the better Madden players in the world playing for cash and prizes. We'll get you set for the weekend. It's all right here live from the Kettle Black Sports Bar in Staten Island, New York. ISG Football live here on Valley Live Stadium Sports Network. Watch Stadium Sports app, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. All right, well, let's get us out here, folks. Larry Ridley here, CBS Sports, Madden NFL, CFB League, a little 2K Association. Good to be back here, folks. If it's a Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, you know it's all about the football, the gridiron. We're going to talk about the latest in the NFL. Like I said, we got the draft coming up, and also some nice rumblings going on in the world of college football as the spring games for most schools have subsided. So we'll get into some of that with the quarterback changes with the University of Tennessee and also at UCLA, basically swapping quarterbacks. We'll talk about that. Big matchup in Madden. A couple of guys playing for cash and prizes. Folks, we're right here. Shout out to the good folks right here at Kettle Black here in Staten Island. Two locations, one right here in Staten Island, the other in Brooklyn, New York. And you look at Kettle Black, man, just a great place, man. A couple of locations there. Best wings, burgers, and beer. And Food and Wine Magazine, folks, said, quote, one of the top 5 wing joints in America. They're open daily, 11:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. And you can check out a bunch of different events they have here, especially at the Staten Island location, man. They got trivia, live music, sports, and a bunch of different other events, always right here at the Staten Island location. The Kettle Black Sports Bar, a couple of locations, Brooklyn and Staten Island, best wings, burgers, and beer that you will ever find. All right, let me go ahead and bring in my folks, man, my player partners, my partners in crime. There he is to my left. That'd be Jarrett Guarantano, quarterback. You're former quarterback at the University of Tennessee Volunteers, also with the Broncos and the Cardinals. And we got 40 right there, a.k.a. Andrea Richmond. That's a government name. And if you're looking for her, folks, piece up, A down. She is always in the A-town. Going to bring in Jarrett Guarantano first. What's up with you, Jay Cheesy? Blue 80, Blue 80. Kill, kill, kill. 52's the mic, 52's the mic. Roger, easy, easy, easy. Set, height, 82, 82. That wasn't very good, H. That wasn't very good, was it, JT?
I needed a little easy, but hey, I'm not gonna lie. I saw somebody in the background almost jump off sides on you, so they were ready to go. So
I feel like I was about to too when he said easy. I was like, oh, hold on.
No, all it takes is one. You got one.
All it takes is one. How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. How's everything? Can't complain here.
Good, man. Good. We miss you here in Jersey. We can't wait till you get back, man, so we can do this thing right here in the Garden Statement. And we'll go down the turnpike, man, down 95 and head over to Atlanta. What is that? Off 70?
95?
95?
95 down. That's the route I go.
95 doesn't go directly into Atlanta, though. You got to go 95 to, is that
85?
85. Yeah, from Greenville. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
you can go straight up 85, but then you got to go through those Tennessee mountains. I'm not dealing with those.
You don't like the Smokies? That's beautiful scenery. Beautiful scenery,
but also you're right next to the cliff, too, and I like my life.
It is scary. It is scary.
Well, that's going from 95. Now you're getting over to 75, going through Knoxville and East Tennessee through the Smokies down into Chattanooga.
Yeah.
And you're right there into Atlanta. I guess that'd be coming from Nashville. That would be I-40 or 65.
I am not going to travel on it because, it's a beautiful scenery, but the dangerous scenery.
Actually, it's not 40. It's 40 and then 24, if I'm not mistaken. I should know. I'm from Tennessee. How am I screwing up the geography there? What's you, hey, Rich? You feeling good on a Tuesday night live from the ATL?
It's always going up, on a Tuesday. So I'm ready to get everything going on, whether it be trivia or the draft, I'm not sure. But I'm ready to get my best Mel Kiper impersonation on, okay?
Speaking of trivia, shout out to the folks here at the Kettle Black Sports Bar in Staten Island. Everyone keeps coming by. Hey, what's going on tonight? Is there trivia? I think trivia is tonight, but the big show is ISG, the Sportscast, the podcast here, intersection of sports and gaming. So you guys ready to get this thing started? Get some NFL talk and some Madden as well?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's take a look real quickly at the rundown here for ISG Football Live here on a Tuesday night. Our top 5 NFL draft picks, but like we said, the NFL draft just a couple of days upon us. out in, I guess we call that Green Bay. I was going to say Appleton. That's what my boy JG, the other JG, AG, Amon Green lives at. So the NFL draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin this year. Travis Hunter gives an ultimatum to the NFL. He was speaking to one of our colleagues at CBS Sports. We'll get into that. Colorado retiring Hunter and Shedeur Sanders numbers this past weekend out in Boulder. We'll talk about that. How about Tennessee and UCLA? Did they do a trade of quarterbacks? Can you do that in college football? I can't wait to get JG's thoughts on that. A.J. Brown's car was stolen and found today in Philly. Going to get into that. It's a pretty good commentary from the receiver for the Eagles, A.J. Brown. All right, real quick, let's look at the rules here as we're talking about the Madden. A couple of Madden players playing for cash and prizes right here. All Madden competitive game style. Head-to-head current rosters, we like to call those rigs. So all 32 NFL teams are available. 5-minute quarters, king of the hill format. That's what we've been doing here recently. You win, you stay on the sticks. Winner stays on. We definitely like that. And we got a good winner right here. He hasn't lost at all since he's been playing in ISG football, and of course the old Compete Forever Madden leagues. How about the process here? Because it's all about the money here. Weekly cash prize pool today, $50 guaranteed. The winner gets 40. The runner-up gets $10. A player that wins 4 straight weeks gets an NFL licensed zip chair, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, OG has won 1, so he's 3 more, and he wins another chair. Got a tough opponent tonight from Jbaird. Folks, check out Zip Chair. Online, zipchair.com. They literally make the best gaming chairs in the world. Also, office furniture, desk, sofas, stools, you name it. They've got all 32 NFL teams, NBA, MLB, NHL, MLS, college-inspired zip chairs, and also any custom pieces you want. Shout out to Tina Altadonna down there. She is the marketing coordinator for Zip Chair. Check them out online, zipchair.com. Real quickly, also, let's take a look at the matchup here. Talking about these 2 young men getting together, playing a little Madden as we talk the latest in the NFL and college football. Jbaird playing with the Ravens. And how about OG2K? He is the current king of the hill, 11-time champ, playing with the Kansas City Chiefs. Real quickly, a little profile on the competitors. The young man from Buffalo Grove, Illinois. There he is, Jbaird, a.k.a. Jbaird, 19 years of age. He's a college student at Illinois State University, the Redbirds. 2-time C4 Madden League champ back in the day with the Madden Leagues there. So he is the challenger, Jbaird. Let's go ahead and bring him in, folks, and learn a little bit more about Jbaird. John, recently you were in, I want to say you were over in Europe across the pond there in Ireland. What did you do when you were in Ireland, and why were you there, man?
I was there to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. My girlfriend was actually in the parade with Dublin. So, I mean, that was pretty fun. I was over there with her family. Had a lot to drink at, like, Temple Bar, just the whole district. And honestly, I think the only, like, downside was how awful the food was, because they don't season anything. But, I mean, outside of that, it was great.
Gotcha. So you went over there with the young lady. What's the drinking age in Ireland?
I think 16.
Holy cow. Yeah, I know it's less than the United States.
It's definitely lower now. I only got carded once or twice.
Wow. That's okay. Interesting about Ireland. And we know our good Irish friends, they can definitely drink it on St. Patrick's Day. What was it like over there, man? You were in the motherland. I'm assuming that you have some of an Irish background. You were in Ireland during St. Patrick's Day. It doesn't get much better than that. What was it like? Give us a little flavor, about 20 seconds.
Honestly, I think most of the people there were tourists, which is pretty funny. I mean, obviously, the locals are going to go pretty hard, but I guess out where we were, everybody, I mean, a lot of American accents.
Gotcha. All right. Well, good stuff, man. You'll be playing with the Ravens tonight, man. So good luck, and we'll see how you do, man, as you try to knock off the 11-time champ. And speaking of the 11-time champ, let's take a look real quickly at his profile. That would be OG2K, Nicholas Sirianni from Western New York, Buffalo, New York, right there near those Niagara Falls. 18 years of age. He's also a college student. 10-time C4 Madden League champ. Make that 11 times. 8 in the college football. The Compete Forever Madden Leagues, the old Compete Forever Madden Leagues, and 2 in the college football, which will be started back up late July, early August. So he's an 11-time ISG football champ. Let's go ahead and bring in OG2K, Nicholas Sirianni. No relation to Nick Sirianni, head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, Nick. Man, look, you've been killing it, dude. You haven't lost the game. Been close recently, been pushed a little bit recently. How are you feeling going into this matchup? Probably against the guy that, from a competitive standpoint, has the pedigree that you have, and you're not playing with your favorite team, the Ravens. How do you feel going into this matchup? He's got the Ravens and you got the Chiefs.
I feel pretty good. I just gotta not make mistakes. I don't need to play amazing. I just need to not, beat myself.
That must be a great feeling, man, when you don't have to have your A game. What's that like, man, being awesome?
Straight up.
I wouldn't put. I mean, I lose a lot of games. Just
Not this league.
yeah, but I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm just like a normal player and everything, but I just try and make it work.
And you're very confident? Go ahead,
Yeah.
Andrew.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
say, see, now he's humble, but then after the game, sometimes the fear flex, man.
That's it. That's it. Hey, man, it's like having the mullet, man. Business up top, yeah, party in the back. You know what I'm saying?
It is always a party with OG.
All right, OG, congratulations. Good luck, man. You're 11-time champ, and we'll see how it plays out here tonight against Jbaird. All right, folks, let's take a look at the standings real quickly. Shout out to our good folks at Molly Pop Grapes. Check them out online, mollipopgrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Molly Pop, take the world by sweet storm with the pink bag promise. Folks, if you see that pink bag in your grocery stores, you got to understand you're getting high-quality produce, about 20 different varieties of grapes. Also got pressed juices online as well. Check them out online, mollipopgrapes.com. Also, in your grocery stores. You can see myself and Andrea tied for first. Jarrett Guarantano, 75% winning percentage. Right there, sometimes he does go with the old heart. He's a mush. He'll do it. He won't listen to the brain. He's all about heart. So we'll see how he goes tonight. Let's go ahead and bring everybody back in. Let's do our picks. We'll start with the ladies first. Ladies first. Andrea Richmond, piece up, A down. She's in the A town. Who you got? You got the Ravens. You're going to quote them? Or are you going to King out there in KC and smelling that barbecue?
Man, you know what? Now that JB is back from Ireland, all right, no more hangover. He's had another go at it, and OG has had some close ones. I should probably go JB here, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay, at least not now. Next show we'll see. Next time we'll see. But as far as now, I think OG's done a really good job against JB. They've had some close ones, but not as close as one Bronco. So we're gonna go with the OG here.
All right, JG, our quarterback. We're gonna listen to you. Blue 80, hut, 52's the mic. Kill.
Lined up, ready to go.
Let's see what you doing, JG? Off the easy for sheezy.
I can't lie. I had a little bit of a chuckle looking at the rankings right there. A little overall standings. Only
You're right
one
there,
with one
man.
loss. I'm right there. Only one with a loss, obviously. And I think that's
You're 3-1, man. Hold on. Give yourself some credit. You're 3-1.
Yeah, absolutely. But listen, I think everybody's gonna have a loss after today because I'm going with JB for a big upset win. We're going back. Everybody 4-1. Larry, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I have a gut feeling.
I was about to say, how you gonna pick for me? You don't know what I'm gonna do.
I know it. I feel it. Everybody's gonna be at 80%, and I know it's gonna come down to that 4-1. Everybody go into next week. I'm excited. JB has my back. JB has my back.
JB has your back.
Mess around and be 60%.
You know what, man? I was gonna do it until you had to say something. So you know what? I'm gonna set it up where if your guy wins, we all will be tied. I'm gonna take OG2K only because I'm not gonna pick against him until he loses, and then I will reassess the situation. Give me OG2K, but I say this every week. Jbaird, I know he's gonna fight, and I would not be surprised if he gets it done. But it's been tough. No one's been able to knock off OG2K. So give me Nicholas Sirianni. No relation to the head coach of the Eagles. All right, OG2K will be talking to the winner. It could be you. It could be Jbaird. We'll be talking to one of you guys at the conclusion of the game. OG2K playing with the Chiefs. And how about Jbaird, JB, fresh off the boat, coming over back across the pond from Ireland, playing with the Ravens. Guys, go ahead and lock it up, guys. Played out live right here from the Kettle Black Sports Bar in Staten Island. Also right here live on Stadium Sports Network. Watch Stadium Sports app, Valley Live, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Guys, good luck. May the best man win, and we'll be talking to the winner at the conclusion of the game. Guys, go ahead, do it. Good luck. I get stuff there as we get started here. That pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Fat Bastard and Sons. Check them out online, fatbastardandsons.com. And they're located out there in South Hackensack, New Jersey, open every day, Monday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's a great place out there, man. And with a name like Fat Bastard and Sons, folks, you got to know that they love their food. Fat Bastard and Sons Restaurant and Lounge, family-owned business, been around for about 40 years out there. Like I said, located off of Highway 46 in South Hackensack, New Jersey. And they bring you the best pizza around. And folks, they have a passion for great food and excellent service. They also have a full bar, burgers, chicken, seafood. They got it all right there, subs, you name it. everything that you want. Check them out online. FatBastardandSons.com will be at the sister store next door, the sports bar. That'll be stop it, Kevin. That will be the sports bar next door. That'll be Flamingos on Thursday. All right, let's go ahead and get back here, guys. We're live here at the Kettle Black Sports Bar in Staten Island, New York. Got Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer starting quarterback, also Broncos and Cardinals, playing in the UFL currently right now for the San Antonio Brahmas. Andrea Richmond, peace up, A-Down. She's in the A-Town. Sportscaster, sportscaster extraordinaire. OG2K, middle of the screen there. Playing with the Chiefs. He has the ball first quarter, starting of this Madden game. King of the Hill, about 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. JB on defense, bottom of the screen, playing with the Rams. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys, and we'll start with the National Football League, of course. A lot of big things going on with the NFL coming up this week. We got the draft coming up on Thursday night, and it's going to be great for the first time in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And our top 5 NFL picks, I'm going to start with myself. And I had it very simply as Cam Ward, number 1 overall pick, going to go to the Titans. You got Travis Hunter going to the Browns. Giants taking Shedeur Sanders, and I'm just being humble. I'm praying that my Patriots get somebody. So we want Abdul Carter, the edge out of Penn State, with the double stacks there with the number 11. And at the 5th pick, Jaguars, a little surprise, they take Ashton Jeanty, the running back from Boise State. All right, Jarrett, we'll start with you. Who do you like in your top 5? And explain yourself, young man, with the draft coming up just 2 days away.
Exciting times for a lot of exciting young players. First, obviously, Tennessee Titans, I'm going to go with Cam Ward. In their position right now, I just think that Cam is a player that can come and change the kind of atmosphere that they have going around there. Not to say Will Levis can't, but I just feel like Cam Ward applies that kind of pressure to the pass game that will allow them to grow in that aspect. And I just feel like their head coach is an offensive-minded guy. Right now, what they need is a quarterback to come in and kind of take that ownership and take that place. So I'm going to go Cam Ward with number 1. Number 2, I think that Cleveland goes with just the best overall player of the draft, and I think they go with Travis Hunter. I don't think that they can afford right now to sit there and go Abdul Carter, especially with the amount of money that they just paid Myles Garrett, per se. So I'm going to go with Travis Hunter going number 2. Number 3, I've been having a little bit of a toss-up with this, right?
I know. It gets tricky right here.
Yeah.
Right here, because I want to say Abdul Carter because he's obviously the next best choice in this draft. He's probably, a lot of people have him either as the number 1 on the big board or number 2.
OG2K, the 11-time champ, gets the score. He's up 7-0. Go ahead, Jarrett.
I'm having a tough time with the Giants sitting there picking them with the fact that they have Brian Burns and Thibodeau, and they just have such a strong defensive line. I think that there's other things that they may need. So in my honest opinion, I could imagine them trading back in the draft, getting some extra picks. I just think that would be a smart game plan for them. But if they stay there, they have to draft Abdul Carter. That would probably leave Thibodeau winding up getting traded to another team just because there might not be enough room in the aspect, and they're not going to get rid of Burns, and they're not going to get rid of Sexy Dexy. So at that point, like, they're just too many riches right there. Obviously, they have a strong defensive line already. They're just making them even stronger. But that's why, in my opinion, I think they move back. Now, number 4, New England. I think going into it, you look at Mike Vrabel and you look at his background as a head coach, and he really loves to rely heavily on the run game. Obviously, you remember what Derrick Henry and Tennessee Titans. And the amount of great things that he said about their young quarterback.
Speaking of Derrick Henry, there he is, stiff-arming folks. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nobody can tackle him in the game. But you look at the aspect of the team, how they want to shape the team, the model, and their young quarterback. I think that they have to go offensive tackle and go with Will Campbell, right? Like, I just think all around the LSU product is the best offensive line.
Especially if Hunter and Abdul Carter are going to agree with you.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously there's skepticism on how long his arms are and everything. Will he play guard? Will he play tackle?
Dude's a beast.
Regardless of what he plays, I think he's just a damn good football player, just completely knowledgeable. He's a road grader. You obviously see how patient he is with his pass set in his hands. I think he's just bound to get taken number 4 with New England. Number 5, another hard one, right? Like, you're going into another situation where there's a brand new head coach. They have a good offense, I would like to say right now, with a really good running back in Travis Etienne. I just think last year might have been a year off.
Good offense, Jacksonville.
Listen, they have weapons. They have weapons.
Yes,
yes.
And visually, in the future, I look at how will they be this year. I think.
Come on, Trevor Lawrence. We've been waiting. Come on now.
No,
come on.
And yes, he's had up and down. He hasn't probably had his best seasons in the past 2 seasons, to be honest.
He definitely hasn't lived up to that contract. Go ahead.
This new head coach, I mean, if Sean McVay says that this guy's a really good football coach and he knows his offensive schemes, I think I'm definitely going to go with what Sean McVay says.
Sure.
Their offense is going to be good. I don't think right now they need a running back. I don't think they need to go Etienne, or they don't need to go Genty just yet, because I think Etienne is still a really good football player. So I think that they're going to go with Mason Graham, defensive tackle, with Michigan. He's second to Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, maybe third, I would say, because I don't know what Travis is going to play, but he's probably third defensively off the big board. I think when you look at their defense, the biggest thing that they need to do is stop the run, and I think that he would be a great asset to that, as well as being able to rush the passer when needed to at a 3-tech standpoint. I don't think that they can pass up on that just because of how tough their defense played last year. So I think right from that point, they go with Mason.
Gotcha. Mason Graham, of course, played well in the Rose Bowl, was the MVP defensively against Alabama a couple of years ago when they won the title. And this year's best game, saved it for in their biggest win against Ohio State. Andrea, your top 5 picks.
Yeah, no, a very similar board.
I already know where you're going,
honestly.
number 1.
But you already know who's going number 1. I love him. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch last year, and that's none other than the guy Cam Ward. Listen, Will Levis has a lot of talented tools, but unfortunately the decision making isn't quite up to snuff. I think that's something that they can get really right with Cam Ward. Proven to be a pretty good decision maker. Will risk it a little bit of times, but not overall. You have an offensive line that has a little bit of holes in it. He has the ability to move, not as much as somebody that, not like Lamar Jackson, prime Russell Wilson, but can obviously move a little bit and can also move a little bit outside of the pocket as well, extend plays, killer arm angles. He's definitely going to be something that the Titans have been waiting for from the quarterback position for a very, very long time, right? Number 2, Travis Hunter. I was very tempted in the 2 or 3 spot to put Shedeur, but one of the things that happens, especially to it's not always a need fit. I feel like especially in this draft too, we're gonna have a lot of BPA picks, and I also feel a lot as well when you hear rumors about somebody kind of being in the mix, but they're never always at the top of the boards. More than likely, you know that those organizations aren't really choosing that player. So I don't feel like Shedeur.
We're live right now. Say hi. We got some people here at Staten Island.
Hey,
they just want to chill out and hang out and say hi. We're live right now.
Do you have a
It's a
mock
sports
draft pick?
catch. It's a sports podcast.
Yes.
ISG, Intersectional Sports and Gaming. You can buy in real sports entertainment.
No, sorry. No, absolutely good.
I just want to come by and holler. Let's go ahead.
Hey man, I don't doubt it too. We'd love to see it. But yeah, when you hear smoke like that, you usually don't see that. So I feel like Travis Hunter is going to go at the number 2, and number 3, I feel like they're going to go instead of defense because they have that, like Jarrett talked about. We're probably going to end up seeing Will Campbell go there because I feel like that's a position of need. They could shore up that offensive line, especially while having 2 older players right there in Jameis Winston, and also having Russell Wilson as well.
And your 2 last picks real quickly? No?
Yeah, you have Abdul Carter, and at number 5, a little bit
like
of a change. They don't need Genty. They could use the D-line help in Michigan, but I feel like they'll go with Armand Memdu. I know they just paid Will a little $15 million, but I feel like they could shore up that position in tackle.
That's very interesting you said that, Andrea. I never thought about it from that standpoint that the Giants might go do that, but I could imagine the Giants trading back a pick to the Patriots because the Patriots might say, you know what, we have to go get Abdul, and then the Giants wind up also getting Campbell in the meantime. I can imagine. That's a good point.
And
what
I
are the
feel
Patriots willing to give up? But real quickly, about 20 seconds, I gotta wrap it up.
We're not going to see like this order. I feel like, especially in this draft,
something's going to happen.
We're going to see a little bit of a trade, and I feel like it will be at that Carter spot. So if it's the Patriots, I wouldn't mind it either. I think that they have a good rapport too, so those GMs might be able to make that trade.
Something's going to happen. That's the inflection point. 3 and 4. Will the Patriots sit back? What are the Giants going to do? Are they going to take Abdul or Travis Hunter, whoever's there, come back and they need a quarterback. That's for sure. Are they going to come back into the first round? Do they trade up? Does he go? Where does Shedeur go? Does he go with the Saints? Does he go to the Steelers? What about Jackson Dart? I know that's JG's guy. I'm high on him as well. This is going to be fascinating on Thursday to keep an eye on this, and we'll be watching it with the NFL draft less than 48 hours away up in Green Bay. Man, that first quarter brought to you by our good friends at Golf Zone Social. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. 3 locations. Also in Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. It's a sports bar and an indoor golf lounge. We were just there last week. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. It's where golf meets social. The best indoor golf experience that you'll ever have. Guys, they have over 240 courses that you can play on their bays with the digital bays and things like that. Just totally awesome. Indoor golf games as well. And it meets unparalleled social engagement, man. Just an awesome place. It's a sports bar. It's a driving range, a golf simulator, a bar, a restaurant, just a great place to hang out. It's where golf meets social. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. We're back here live here, the Color Black Sports Bar in Staten Island, Shaolin, here in New York. Great place, beer, wings, and also, I said beer, right? Say like beer, wings, and burgers here. I guess the Food and Wine magazine said one of the top 5 wing joints in America. Larry Ridley, CBS Sports, Madden, NFL, CFB League, 2K Association. Got Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee quarterback, starting quarterback, also with the Broncos, not the Browns, Broncos and Cardinals. Currently with the UFL's Dadgummit. San Antonio Brahmas. And Andrea Richmond, she is down south, not too far from Birmingham. She's in the A. OG2K, bottom left-hand corner of the screen, playing with the Kansas City Chiefs. Has the lead 14-0. Oh, JB on offense, playing with the Ravens, got some work to do. All right, just a minute left in the second quarter, guys. Real quickly, I want to get your thoughts here. Travis Hunter, you see what he did last week? He spoke to one of my colleagues on CBS Sports, and he was talking about, what if one of these teams, i.e. Cleveland, or one of these presumed teams is going to draft him, doesn't want him to play both ways. Of course, he's a top 5 cornerback, top 5 defensive back, top 5 receiver. And he was basically saying it's never playing football again. He gave the NFL an ultimatum. That's some good news for him. He also said he wanted Roger Goodell to announce him as a DB and a receiver. And also good news that his father, Travis Hunter Sr., is going to be there, guys. News just came out today. Going to be in Lambeau Field. Of course, he's on some probation. He's going to be able to see his son get drafted, hopefully in the top 2 or 3 picks. Your thoughts here, Andrea, on Travis Hunter's ultimatum to the National Football League? Or did you take it that way? He's not really going to sit out and not play again, is he?
Yeah, and it's a bold thing to say at all, considering the fuddy-duddy conservative culture that, the NFL can have, where, they're just waiting to, take your draft stock off of something else. But ultimately, I like you standing on business also, too. This also exudes a little bit of confidence where I know that I can play both. Now, we have had this discussion before about how realistic it is for him to split as much as he wants to. He's not going to be playing anywhere close to as many even snaps as he did at Colorado. But in terms of special packages where, we feel like he is going to play DB mostly, and look at that. That's a DB play right here.
Man, Jbaird needed that.
We turnover. And that's something with the ball skills. Yeah, we don't be seeing a lot of that from Travis Hunter too. Maybe, but I feel like we're not going to see as much on the offensive end, but I love him exuding confidence and saying, hey, you will miss out on so much of my skill set if you only minimize me to one position. So stand on your business, know who you are as a player, and hey, if they don't choose you in the first couple because of that, oh well, at least you'll be able to prove to everybody just exactly what you were.
JB, standing on business, as the kids like to say, 10 toes down. I like all of that, but are you buying it? Never playing football again? Nah, bro, because you can't go back to college, so what are we going to do? Play video games? Sure, maybe you can make some money on Twitch or something like that. Come on, JG. I don't know if I'm buying all of that. It's a great soundbite, though.
Yeah, I would definitely call that bluff right there. Right?
Yeah.
That's definitely not the route. That's definitely not possible. I think it's going to be extremely hard for him. We've talked about this in the past, but going into his rookie year with the scheduling, with the amount that's going to get thrown at him during OTAs, rookie mini camp, all the above, going into camp, it's going to be super hard for him to have to grasp an NFL offense as well as grasp an NFL defense. Now, when you sit there and say, hey, we really think he should get the ball in his hands, that's when you sit there and say, all right, put him at kick return, put him at punt return. Also, those are kind of are you really going to do that for your first round pick that's worth this much money and that you're relying so much within the pass game on defense, pass game on offense? Who knows what they want to do? So I just, at the standpoint of that, I don't think just yet. Maybe if you get into year 3, year 4, and it's all right, let's start utilizing this guy on offense on certain, whether it's third and longs, situationally. Okay, cool, I can see that. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be super cool, obviously, to see him out there. He's gonna be excited. I'm trying to be optimistic, right? Like, I think he's an excellent player. I just know how difficult it is to.
You have a cap on your head. Just say, "I'm calling cap."
Yeah, there's extreme cap. Like,
we're not killing the kid.
Said the struggle is real. The rookie struggle.
The late nights, the early
mornings. You're not quitting
mornings,
football,
so
dog.
much.
You're not doing it.
No, listen. One of my teammates in the UFL, Destroying, quit to be a YouTube streamer. Right. He's probably not going to follow Destroying's route with this one, though, right? Like, you're going to be the second round pick. You're going to make this much money. Like, you're living your dream. You love football. Like,
I think the number one pick gets like 43 million. The second pick gets around 40. You ain't walking away from that.
Yeah, I think I'll stay. At least for a couple years.
I'll play one side of it. That's half the work. they want you to do half the work that you want to do. Of course you're going to take that $40 million.
Hey, but you don't get in that position if you ain't hungry, if you don't know all your worth, and if you haven't had a lot of haters and you want to prove those haters wrong. So, I mean, I respect the chip on the shoulder, but like JG said, it might be too much dip on the chip. Okay.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep an eye on Travis Hunter. Will he go second? Will he go third? I don't see him getting past New England. New England would be crazy not to take him or at Bill Carter if they fall in his lap. I don't care what your need is. You take the best player available and get Drake May some help there. All right, third quarter here. About 3 minutes left, 14-7 ball game with the Chiefs and OG2K leading here. That second quarter brought to you by our good friends at El Aguila Dorado Restaurant. Check them out online, aguiladoradorestaurant.com. The Golden Eagle is landed right there in Bayonne, New Jersey, man. Great, authentic Mexican restaurant, man. Great food, great vibes, man. Everything is awesome there at Aguila Dorado Restaurant, man. The vibes are great. Also, the libations are pouring. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. As well. Got the patio as well. Mariachi shows on Tuesdays. You've seen that on the show if you've been paying attention as well. Also, DJs on the weekend. And also, can't forget about it, man. Latin nights on the weekends as well. El Aguila Dorado Restaurant. The Golden Eagle is landed right there in Bayonne. Authentic Mexican restaurant and great vibes there at El Aguila Dorado Restaurant.com. We're back here live here. The Kettle Black Sports Bar here in Staten Island, New York, and we're tied at 14. How about that, JB? 14 unanswered. It's tied this ball game with about 2 minutes and 18 seconds here in the third quarter. We're live here at the Kettle Black Sports Bar in Staten Island, New York. A couple of locations, one here in Staten Island, one in Brooklyn, man. Beer, wings, and also burgers. One of the top 5 wing joints in America, according to Beer and Wine Magazine. Got Jarrett Guarantano there, former volunteer quarterback, University of Tennessee starting quarterback, also Broncos and Cardinals, currently with the UFL's, not Birmingham, that'd be San Antonio Brahmas. That's the B word, that's what it is. Andrea Richmond, she's in the A. She's a sportscaster, new sportscaster extraordinaire, OG2K, the 11-time champ, our current king of the hill in the Madden matchup that you're watching. He has got a tie game here. He was up 14-0. The challenger, JB, tied it up just a minute ago, tied at 14. All right, back in the NFL, guys. We were just talking about Travis Hunter. How about Travis Hunter and Shedeur? We're actually talking about both of those guys. All right, they were had a big weekend in Colorado this past weekend in Boulder, Colorado. Both of their jerseys were retired. So, huge weekend up in Boulder, Colorado for Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. Jerseys retired. Number 2 for Shedeur. Number 12 for Travis Hunter. Of course, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy. Nobody's got a problem with that. Both of those guys only played in Colorado for 2 years. Basically a 500 team, 13-12. A lot of smoke coming at Shedeur Sanders, at least some incoming, some artillery, some fire being thrown this way because the record isn't good. He hasn't done a whole lot. You look at Rashaan Salam, and first of all, there's six players now in Colorado that have jerseys retired. Rashaan Salam being the last one was a Heisman Trophy winner. People understand that. It took him 20 years to get his jersey retired. JG, your thoughts here? Played quarterback at a high level in the SEC as well. And of course, the passing of Rashaan Salam. Your thoughts here on Jarrett Guarantano. Your thoughts here on the jersey numbers and more on Shedeur and coming in to sort of protect him about this.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about this topic without being a hater, to be honest. Like, so me and my teammates we talked about this a little bit in the hotel this past weekend, but if they wanted to retire Travis Hunter, a Heisman Trophy winner, somebody that's kind of changed the culture, he's a trendsetter, like, okay, cool. Like, I could see that. Even Alabama hasn't done that. And for Devontae Smith and guys like that have won the Heisman, had those type of accolades. You look at Shedeur and you're like, what? He obviously set a lot of records, school records, when it comes to that standpoint. He was somewhat high.
All the passing records, yeah, absolutely.
Like, he had a great year, right? Big 12 offensive player year, whatever it is. He was in the Heisman voting, like
second team All-American. Yep.
Great player, great season. But by no means does that mean you put somebody in the school Hall of Fame and retire their number 3 months after they're done playing football for that school. Like, not even close. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this before in this instance, especially for someone that wasn't a Heisman Trophy winner or somebody that wasn't to that prestige that level that they've accomplished, right? Like, it's hard for me to fathom that why they would do that. Obviously, then you look at certain things and say, okay, like, I understand, but I just think this was very premature. Even if they wanted to do it next year, okay, but 3 months after they left the school, a little tough.
Yeah, Andrew, your thoughts? Of course, it's all about Shedeur. Deion did his best as a father to protect him.
Yeah,
that's a tough one because of his last name. That does have something to do with it, but not all. Your thoughts?
JJ made a good point when it comes to like the timeliness of it. Think about some of the big names who have retired recently in sports. I'm talking about people like, I don't know, Kobe Bryant, Maya Moore, Candace Parker, Caitlin Clark. I don't know who else are some names that we can throw here, like Megan Rapinoe. I don't know, like a whole bunch of names that you can consider. And it definitely took them a lot longer than 3 months to go ahead and get retired. And mind you, all of those names I just mentioned, tops it up with all time in the sport, right? Like
all-time greats, yeah.
All-time greats. Shout out to Shedeur. He didn't even put up most of his numbers in a Colorado Buffs uniform. It was mostly at Jackson State that he was really putting up most of his numbers, right? Like JG said, it's kind of hard to not sound like a hater, but I'm going to go ahead and go there. They only doing this because it's Colorado, man. They ain't got nothing much going on there, really. They need it.
Real quickly, though, but they did change the culture there. They brought some excitement, sellout crowds, spring games sold out, things of that nature. They did. But I mean, it wasn't retirement, though. That's the thing. Go ahead. Real quickly, put the guys.
I'm saying that this will only happen in Colorado, because if he had gone to somewhere like, I don't know, like Tennessee or like Georgia or something like that. This would be
G2K. Seatsaw's back in front, guys. Go ahead. I'm
going to say this. 3 names of 3 guys that do not have their jerseys retired by their university. Tim Tebow.
Wow.
Johnny Manziel.
Crazy.
Cam Newton.
Crazy.
But Shedeur Sanders gets his jersey retired 3 months
Heisman
after
Trophy winners, and 2 of them won natties.
Crazy.
And Johnny Manziel is the biggest trendsetter of quarterback play in the history of this whole collegiate sports.
Yep.
And Tim Tebow won 3 of them things.
No, he won 2. He won 2 titles because Chris Leak was there. They won it in 06 and 08, but won the Heisman Trophy as well. So 2 titles. You're right. Absolutely. We'll see. But, look, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I can say, I think reasonable minds can say maybe a little premature, but hell, it is what it is. There, his dad is Deion Sanders, and he's got that new contract extension, 5 years, $50-something million. Hey, man,
and restore the image of Colorado football, because they need a boost like this, for real.
They are relatable now, and they are back to a level. We're even talking about those guys, so you're absolutely right. Real quickly, guys, I want to get to this next topic. Oh, you know what? That third quarter brought to you by our good friends at Brooklyn Pizza in Short Hills. Real quickly, Brooklyn Pizza of NJ.com. Experience the future of pizza with the signature creations there. I got the signature of bruschetta pizza as well. Bold pies blend Brooklyn's classic roast roots with innovative, mouth-watering flavors, fresh ingredients, and unique twists make every item unforgettable. Taste the future today. Brooklyn Pizza of NJ.com. My guy Jose out there, the owner, look at him. Put the creeks together, the dough. Pizza second on Dave Portnow from Barstool gave them a very high score. So I've had the pizza. It's very good, by the way. Probably the best pizza I've had in Jersey, man. Brooklyn Pizza of NJ.com. We're back to live at the Kettle Black Sports Bar in Staten Island. Guys, we're going to dive in it real quickly. Got a 21-14 game. A little more than 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. JB at the bottom of the screen, Clemson Ravens has the ball down by 7. We'll see if he can tie it up against the 11-time champ OG2K. Playing with the Chiefs. Actually, the Chiefs have the ball. He's trying to run off the clock here. All right, back to the NFL. Actually, you know what? Let's keep it in college. JG, your school, your former school, your alma mater, University of Tennessee. We noticed last week, Nico Iamaleava left the University of Tennessee. So Nico leaves Tennessee, wanted more NIL money, whatever, doesn't play in the spring game. Josh Heupel, the coach, says, no one's bigger than the power team, not even myself. Nico's gone. Does get the deal with UCLA, gets about 1.5 to 1.7. So he's making 2.4 at Tennessee, takes less money to go to UCLA, didn't even get the $4 million. And how about UCLA's quarterback goes into the portal on Monday, signs with the University of Tennessee on Tuesday. This is crazy. Literal quarterback swap in college. Can you have a damn trade on the college football level? First time we've ever seen this. I love this. Who's going to have the better year next year? It's got to be Joey Aguilar, Jarrett Guarantano, right?
I'd love to say that Tennessee has a better football team overall than UCLA, hands down. I don't know who's statistically going to have a better year, obviously. Like, who even knows if Joey's going to be able to start, right? I've seen some of his stuff. He looks like a really good college football player right now. He's also
couple years at App State, absolutely.
Right, but Jake, I don't even know how to say
Merklinger,
yep.
Merklinger, and McIntyre.
From my reports and everything that's been getting back to me, he's been having an outstanding spring. And you also look at the freshman that came in, it's big 6'6". He's a very promising 5-star quarterback. Who knows if Joey's going to start? I think that
Fabian will be next year in 2026. That's why they wanted the guy with 1 year, because Fabian's he's like the number one recruit next year.
I think that from their standpoint, this was a win-win bringing Joey in, just because they needed an older guy in the room, regardless of the situation. Somebody that has played, somebody that's been in the fire, whether he does become the starter or whether he becomes the 2 or the backup. Having that reliable source in the room is good going into the season. Now then you look at Nico's situation and Madden, now that they're both going to UCLA, him and his brother. It's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a tough first year for them, obviously. I mean, I don't know too much about the roster, but I do know that they have a change in offensive coordinator. Tino Sinceri, he was with me in Tennessee at the time. I was also throughout college. I had a bunch of coaches, but he's going to be a first-year offensive coordinator, first-year calling plays. Obviously, he comes from Indiana. They had a great year last year, and James Madison. So he's been kind of understanding quarterback play and being around some really good quarterback play and offensive play. So it's going to be a little different for him, obviously, calling the shots and going into it. Nico also is going into a completely new scenery. I'd like to see them both have a lot of great success in the first year, but there might be some early ups and downs, right? Like, that's not far-fetched to think, but going into situationally, I think Tennessee's the better situation going into the next season.
I agree. Your thoughts here, Andrea? Quarterbacks being traded in college football, 2025. It's so 2025, man. So Nico started the NIL stuff, and he's going out with a bang.
Going out with a bang, and maybe the bang is a little bit in his own foot, because unfortunately he didn't get as much money as he really wanted to. And when you look at
Not
UCLA,
even close. And it's more money, taxes out in Cali.
Yeah, no, more taxes. And then you're also going to a football program who doesn't have as much prestige as somebody like Tennessee as well. Not as many weapons out there as well. And it's not like you had Eric Bieniemy, who was their former NFL offensive coordinator. He was fired in the offseason. Now they have Tino Sinceri, who came from Indiana. So Indiana had a great year. So hopefully he can create a good offense for him. Because I feel like Nico's super talented, right?
Got to hire him, for sure.
Yeah, he talked about his arm. His arm is ridiculous. And I feel like there were some times where the Tennessee offense was a little bit dry. So maybe playing around, having offensive.
We talked about this. He missed at least a half dozen to a dozen wide open touchdowns last year.
He did. But sometimes, I mean, he is a freshman. That is also true as well. And I feel like the Tennessee offense was a little bit dry as well. So maybe he didn't make as many layups. But then also he has a big arm, right? So maybe he needs to make the sensationalized plays to really make sure that he can dot his I's across the T's and really sell himself as a player. So hopefully this works out for him. I will say that Joey is going to end up being at a better organization in Tennessee because they have better talent and a good offensive coordinator as well that isn't going to require much of him, although he does have some issues, but he can make those dotting the I's, crossing the T's. The layups that unfortunately Nico couldn't make. So hopefully it works out for both parties in the end. But unfortunately, Nico already took a little bit of a shot in the foot going and getting less money. But, shout out to Sibling University, UCLA, man. They just have siblings across all these schools. So shout out to them.
Right. So, look, AJ Aguilar threw for almost 7,000 yards, almost 60 touchdowns in the last couple of years at App State. Interceptions maybe a little higher than I'd like, but clearly a guy with some experience, 6'3". He's going to play well. Tennessee, I think they're going to rally around this guy. Got a manageable schedule. They're going to win 8-9 games easily. The question is, can they get to 10 and get back to the college football playoff? We'll see against Florida. We'll see against Kentucky. See against Alabama and against Georgia and against Arkansas. You win 3 of those 5, you go to the college football playoff. You lose 3 of those 5, probably in a New Year's Day bowl or somewhere late in December. And that's the lay of the land. UCLA, I don't know. They weren't very good last year. Big Ten, woo. I don't know. If Nico can get them to bowl eligibility, that'll be something. I think that'll be something. Real quickly, guys, before the game gets out of here, back to the NFL. AJ Brown, receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. Your thoughts here, guys, on AJ Brown? Had his car stolen in Philly early Tuesday morning. Went to social media, basically was like, "Oh, Philly, what's going on here? Kid, whoever's got this car, return it. I need my whip back. We're on to you." Gets to practice or before a workout later in the day, has the car, and he says, we got it. I told you this was going to happen. My son came up to me and said, Dad, I saw Paw Patrol. So the police helped him out. How about the criminal, though? Went to like a little, I don't know, bodega, a little store or something, right next to a construction site where all the police were sort of propped up and sitting right there waiting on him. They didn't have to go very far to find him. They found the Benz there. Your thoughts on this? As we like to say in Florida, it was Florida with these criminals, man. What was this kid thinking? Got the car at 342, was 88 and out the gate at 345, so at least he was quick with it. Andrew?
It's crazy how you can be so precise. Like, AJ must have been parking his car at the same spot all the time for you to be in and outro in that short amount of time, right? So it's not to say like he didn't have any foresight, the criminal, and making sure that he knew his schedule and knew when to come in and get out. But then to do the dumb thing on top of that, where it's just, I'm gonna park right next to wherever the crime scene happened. Like, you can't. It's
well, it wasn't right next to the crime scene. The car was taken in Philly. They found it in Trenton, so right over the river there. The problem, not Trenton, Camden, so right over the river there. So it wasn't the same area. The problem was you're right next to basically a police detail.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's what I mean. Right next to somewhere where you can end up being caught. It's just like what they say, right? It's like 100% move and 50% finish. Like, it's that where it's just like you're almost there and you would have got away with it too if it wasn't for your own dang false moves and bad decision making, man.
If it wasn't for those kids in Philly. JG, your thoughts here? AJ Brown, car stolen and found. Story ends, but it's got a nice ending to the story.
Just absolutely bonkers. Like for you to be dumb enough to do the things that they did and also the car be found or returned, whatever the case scenario is absolutely insane. Like, just go like from Philly, take the drive to Florida, like go somewhere far away and just don't even, just go away. Go to Atlanta, go visit Andrea, like go do something other than what you're doing.
Go visit
Andrea.
Do something.
No,
don't you take your butt down to Atlanta and visit Andrea. No. We don't know who this guy is.
Go visit somebody in the A. Go over there. Bring yourself to the South. Like, don't stick around and stop at the 7-Eleven gas station. Go get a.
So basically, take AJ's car for a spin, basically, right?
Yeah.
Just put some mileage.
Like what?
Put some mileage on. Go to Atlantic City. Go gamble a little bit. Maybe like.
That's a good one.
I don't know. Maybe. As long as
now you got cops in 2 states looking for you. So now like all the stuff is starting to multiply and pile up. You might as well, if you're gonna have fun, you might as well do it big. So I get what you're saying.
No, man, you can't do that much planning and then ruin it all the way there, man. Commit to the bit. You do that much planning, you have to see it through, my boy. Come on now.
I don't know.
Shout out to AJ for changing his Instagram pic to the Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, yeah, one of the characters, yeah. That's funny. So it wasn't a kid, if I'm not mistaken. Reportedly, he's 25, so I guess that's a kid. I don't know, but it's not a kid. Like that's a dumb criminal. That's what that is. But I don't know what he was thinking. But clearly, he was probably casing his place and stuff like that. I don't know, man. But I thought AJ. You could tell, like, he really wanted to go at the kid. Like, you know what? I'm on to you, man. Just turn it in, man. There's going to be some problems. But he really didn't go quite over the line. No, he wanted to. And he was thinking about it. JJ, am I crazy or reading into that? Like, you can tell he was this close from basically like, man, I'm going to see you. Like, I want to do bodily harm to you. You're going to pay for this.
And he gets a little heated, too. You've seen him on the sidelines. He starts reading books. But he's been meditating. That's probably his new thing. He's been reading a lot. So it's a new him. Yeah. New him. New year, new him.
Yeah. I can't say anything.
I know. It was crazy, man. I don't know, bro. But it was look, like I said, great ending to the story. So good for AJ Brown. Car stolen, found a Benz. So good for him. And I'm sure the criminal, he's looking at some time and he's gonna have to deal with those consequences. So the game is over, guys. And it is OG2K moving on. That fourth quarter is brought to you by our good friends right here, Kettle Black. Kettle Black Sports Bar right here in Staten Island. Actually, 2 locations, Staten Island and Brooklyn. Check them out online, kettleblackbar.com. You're talking about the best wings, burgers, and beer. Food and Wine magazine says, quote, one of the top 5 wing joints in America. Open daily from 11:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. as well. A bunch of other events that they have here, live music, trivia, sports as well. Like I said, got the bar, and the food is really good. Burgers, the wings, the beer is all good, and also the mac and cheese, the skillet there. Desserts are pretty good as well. Everything right here. Shout out to the owner here. The owner is Chris, and those guys doing a great job here. We'll be back in a few weeks. Check them out online, kettleblackbar.com. All right, let's go ahead and bring everybody in here, man. Great win there for OG2K, up 14. Then Jbaird scores 14 in a row to tie it at 14. And then he does what he does, man, which is turn it on late in the game, 3rd and 4th quarter. Your thoughts here, Jarrett and Andrea, both of you guys. We'll start with you, Jarrett, with another win for OG2K.
I don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it. I don't really want to talk about it.
Why is that?
I don't even know what to do. I mean, like, it has to happen one week, right? Like, he got to lose one time. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm becoming a hater a little bit. I gotta.
We love the way it feels to be a hater. I love this hater. The arch never
loses it, doesn't
he? Here with Jarrett.
Taking over my heart. It's the hater. It's taking over my heart. Nah, another great game, right? Like, he just set the tone, and I thought maybe when it got to 14-14, I was like, oh, the tide's turning. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to jinx it.
I saw you get visibly excited.
I was like, I almost jumped out of my seat. I'm like, I'm like, no, let me chill, because last week the same thing happened. I started getting excited.
Yep.
And then
that's what you did, huh?
He locked in. I was like, you know what? Let me not lock him in even more than he already is locked in. And obviously that didn't work either, so I'm done. But before I even predict, the OG's winning next week. I don't even know what he's facing, so
right.
Yeah, whatever. I'm on his team this week.
At least you listened to your head. It's pretty hard this time for once, you know?
I'm sick. Oh, I was sick. 14-14. Heart started pumping a little bit.
I know. Let's go ahead and bring in the winner now. That's 12 in a row now. So OG2K, talk to us, man. Look, once again, dude, a slow start. I don't know if this is a common theme for you. What were you thinking when it was 14-14 and JB was hot on your trip?
I think it was more like when I was up 14-0 was what, like, that was like the mental like problem is like I got way too comfortable and then kind of just like let him right back into it. But I feel like I've been getting better at being comfortable in like bad situations recently, so I was able to find a way.
Yeah. So what worked for you when it was tied at 14? What allowed you to sort of pull away?
I think just, sticking to what I know, just calling the plays I'm comfortable with and not making mistakes on them.
Andrew, Gigi, any questions?
No, yeah, you're used to like running obviously with somebody like Derrick Henry, and obviously when the daily double happened, you saw how Derrick Henry can be dangerous. You tried to establish the run though still, even though you didn't have that firm advantage. Again, knowing JG, knowing the fact that you gave up all those points, it was about milking out the clock to make sure you can evaporate some of that lead, or did you just really trust Pacheco too?
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, but I subbed in like Kelsey at running back somehow.
I did not catch that actually.
Just to like try and like test something, but it didn't really work out. So I think I just tried to like play good defense towards the end.
Yeah. What was it like? Okay, your team, probably your best team is the Ravens. What was it like playing against the Ravens, and how were you able to sort of contain them?
He was doing a really good job with Derrick Henry.
Absolutely, early on.
Yeah. And I just kind of had to like get like speed at him. I kind of had to make contact with him in the backfield before he could get into open space. I think that was what did a good job for me.
All right, before we let you get out of here, who are you going to play with next week? So we've seen the Chiefs, we've seen the Ravens. Don't think you can use the Ravens. I don't think you can use the Chiefs. Who are you going to play with next week?
If
no,
they
use the Chiefs. Okay.
If they don't let me use the Chiefs,
I think you can. You can use the Chiefs if you want.
my best two right now are Chiefs and Texans outside of Ravens.
Oh, Texans.
So you're going to go with Chiefs or Ravens next? I mean, Chiefs or Texans next week?
I'll go with Chiefs.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
One question with the Texans is because CJ Stroud superstar ability, or
They got Stroud. They got a lot. They just got like a lot of like depth everywhere.
All right. Well, good stuff, man. We're going to get you out of here, man. That post-game show. Actually, before we get out of here, if you want to be like OG2K and play in our league, make sure you join us here on ISG Football and also ISG Basketball live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's 13 and up. It's free entry, folks. It's all online. You can win cash and prizes. Weekly King of the Hill format for ISG Football and ISG Basketball. Right now, join us at CompeteForever.com/Madden League. Once again, CompeteForever.com/Madden League. Don't do it today, but do it to now. Also, this post-game show is brought to you by our good friends at 902 Brewing. Check them out online, 902brewing.com, located in Jersey City, 101 Pacific Avenue. A craft brewery there in Jersey City, man, producing ales and lagers. Got the big bright tanks there, fermenters. We've done plenty of shows there. We were just there last week. We'll be there a week from today on the 29th. They got handcrafted beers and the best atmosphere, curated with good times. It's made there in Jersey City. They got a spacious tap room, host a variety of events, yoga, live dancing, comedians, local DJs. Also got the rooftop, you name it, open 7 days a week. Check them out online, 902brewing.com. All right, folks, been a great show, man. I want to thank the folks here at Staten Island here at the Kettle Black Sports Bar for OG2K. Once again, the King of the Hill. He's moving on. He's going to play next week, man. Halfway to another chair on this 12 victories for him. Andrew Richmond. He's up a down. How hot is it down there in Atlanta, Andrew, before we let you get out here? It was like 78 here today.
Yeah, to 78. We kind of the same way around the 70s, 80s. Actually, we're a little bit cooler since it just rained. So thank goodness that we still have trees around here because of the concrete jungle. He'd just be sticking around, okay?
It was nice. It was nice. Yeah.
I would say at least I'm getting used to it now. My room may be hot, but it's okay because I'm hotter. So it works out. It works out.
Okay. Just my room might be hot, but I'm hotter.
Come on.
I'm hotter. Okay. JG, what's it like down there in San Antonio, man? How you feeling, man? How those Brahmas, man? Who you guys got this weekend?
It's good over here. It's getting hot, though, man. That 95 is a little bit different down here than it is up by us, right?
He just flexed on us. He just completely flexed on us. That's 95.
Actually, I don't think 95 down there is a flex, actually.
No, it's not. You find the nearest pool. But
it is when it's 50 degrees here in the end of April. You're like, damn, can we get some relief? Some sunshine?
No. I saw that it's going to be nice weather up by us, though, in New Jersey.
It is. Nice all week. About 70 all week. Yep.
Nothing better than spring in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
No, summers in New Jersey are nice, too. Yeah. No, everything's good, though, here. Can't complain. Excited to keep it going.
Yeah. What's the team looking like? What do you guys, 1-3? 0-3?
1-3.
Okay.
1-3. This week we have Houston at home. Our first week 5, and our first home game is this week.
Scheduling quirk. What the hell's going on with the UFL?
Crazy. I don't know. They don't want us to have home field advantage.
Well, if that's the case, then you guys got what? 5 of your next 6 at home?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I would hope. I think yes, 4 or 5 of the next 6 at home. Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say you get half your home games out of 10. Yeah.
At least that's good.
We'll be rooting for you guys, man. Yeah, we'll be rooting for you guys, man, and we'll see you next week, bro. Man, I'm gonna miss you Thursday, man, from Flamingo, man, but we'll have to talk offline about that.
FaceTime me.
Yes, I will. I will absolutely. All right, OG2K, get out of here. We'll see you next week. Andrew, we'll see you as well next week, and Jarrett Guarantano, we'll see you as well next week, guys. All right, that'll do it here live from the Kettle Black Sports Bar here in Staten Island, New York. Also here live on Battle Out Stadium Sports Network, Watch Stadium Sports app, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We'll see you on Thursday live from Club Flamingo. I got to FaceTime JGZ. We'll see you guys. Enjoy the NFL draft. We'll be talking about NBA hoops and college basketball on Thursday. Have a good week, guys. Make it a good one. Bye-bye.